The top seed in the mixed doubles bracket, Will Howells, Bobbi Oshiro in action in this quarterfinal against the number 9 seed Patrick Kawka and Daria Walczak. These two duos know each other so well. Of course, Oshiro and Howells coming off of a gold medal in Fort Lauderdale. Won a gold medal in Sacramento as well. And this, if you want power, this is the matchup to have.
For this one, Kawka is my X factor because it all depends on how chaotic he comes out. Because when he plays a little aggressive and creates that chaos on the court, anything can happen. And he gets some balls back and he puts some pressure on that. It's pretty remarkable to see at times. But then if he's not aggressive, kind of gets back on his heels a little bit, and he doesn't dictate the pace of play.
Yeah, I saw both of their matches. They were playing actually next to each other earlier today in their first round matches, and Kawka was creating that chaos. But it was Will Howells and Bobbi Oshiro came out a little sluggish early on against Shelby Bates and Arman Abatia, but figured it out in game 2 and won that one. But it was almost like, for me, that was a trap game, right? Because Arman's playing very well right now. But again, they handled that, his pace and Shelby Bates' pace pretty easily once they got, kind of zoned in that matchup.
Oshiro and Howells getting through that round of 16 matchup, 5-7 over Bates and Batia. Will Howells coming off, of course, that triple crown in Fort Lauderdale. The mixed doubles gold was part of that. It was the first men's triple crown on tour since 2022.
Unfortunately for Howells, obviously,
not going to be a
no
repeat.
Shot this weekend as he lost early on in singles yesterday.
Well, he was part of the chaos
he
that
was.
ensued on the top side of the men's draw yesterday.
Yes.
The top side of the men's draw was pretty much up for grabs. Will Howells going down, Chris Hayworth as well. But we have seen that week in and week out here on the APP Tour as the competition continues to get tougher. And you're seeing that really right now playing out on the mixed side because Kawka and Walczak, they've made it to gold medal matches as a pairing in mixed doubles. And here we are in a quarterfinal in a match that is arguably good enough to be on Championship Sunday.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, this is going to be a good matchup here. And
well, it has already this year, right?
Yes.
Right,
exactly.
Right, exactly. And I agree with Chad as far as X Factor go. It's going to be Kawka. Which PK shows up here? Is it going to be the, call it chaotic under control, or is it going to be the just out of control where he's spraying stuff? So we'll see that early on.
And we've talked about Kawka, we've talked about Howells. Let's not ignore the women in this matchup, though, because you've got Bobbi Oshiro, who packs a punch with the overhead, and then Daria Walczak has been playing much improved on tour this season. She's trusting herself more. She's inserting the power and the pace when it's available. Yeah,
she's playing obviously with PK. Her and PK play pretty much everything as far as mix goes. And then she's playing with Susanna Barr this weekend. Her and Susanna Barr made a run to the bronze medal match in Daytona earlier this year. So Daria Walczak playing some great pickleball. Played really well last week in Naples.
I think the biggest thing for Walczak is how much she can hug that kitchen line, because we saw her in Sacramento in that final where she was playing 2-3 feet back from the kitchen line, almost in transition, and she was getting caught a lot. Bobbi Oshiro always solid on the right side. Watch for that little step back forehand roll.
Early foot fault on Will Howells.
Good job by Oshiro there, pushing Walczak back, getting them on second serve.
Oh,
there's Oshiro taking it down the line, catching Kawka as he's uncoiling from the stack.
That's a good spot right there from Walczak, finding a little bit of a spot in the middle. 1-1 here early on.
Howells able to be there for the counter after the cross-court rally.
Well, I think that's going to be important right there, too, with Walczak and Oshiro going cross-court right there. If Walczak gives Oshiro anything where she can reach in and speed up, she's got that very good inside out, as we see a missed return there from Walczak.
And then Walczak coming up just a little bit short, so some errors creeping in early on, and that's not really a position you want to find yourself in against Oshiro and Howells.
No, and she was trying to flip in kind of the spot where she was going right there instead of going cross-court to Oshiro. Tries to go flat down the line to Howells.
An early timeout as Oshiro and Howells have opened up a 5-1 lead, so no slow start right now for the top seed. What's impressed you the most about the way that they've come out in this one?
Well, again, they're playing consistent. They're playing solid. They're not making errors early on here. I mean, it is early. We're only about 3 minutes in and a quick timeout. Down 5-1 are Walczak and Kawka. But, again, it's just the steady play of Oshiro and Howells, and that's been their MO, every time that they've made good runs is they don't make many errors.
Yeah.
So they keep balls in play. They force you into an error.
Oshiro and Howells have been one of the more consistent mixed doubles pairings on tour. Last year won a gold in New York City, won a gold this year in Sacramento after Oshiro returned to tour after getting married, and took a gold again in Fort Lauderdale. There's Kawka stepping up in the middle.
Yeah, it's a good spot right there at the feet of Oshiro. Tried to dig it out. All right, we've got to look for Kawka to come big right now.
Well, tries to roll that two-hander cross-court, but catches the top of the tape, goes wide.
If Kawka is going to look to get big, what should he be looking for?
I'll answer that after this point. Not a quick side out like that, that's for sure. I mean, I think Walczak and Kawka is still kind of in that feeling out process. Finding some. I mean, they've definitely got to find some rhythm right here to try and close the gap a little bit, or at least get the rhythm going in the game too.
That's not a ball that Bobbi Oshiro misses very often.
She got it a little late, and I'm talking like a half a second late.
Stood up just a little bit.
Right, and it dropped just enough to where she's going into the net. Oh, makes up for it there with a little 60% roll drive into the net. On the board again.
A 6-1 in favor of Oshiro and Howells here in Game 1 of our mixed doubles quarterfinal.
Howells playing some volleyball right there. Good reach in from Kawka. All right, Howells just handled that Kawka drive easy right there. Gets on top of it, puts the pressure on.
That's not a good sign.
No, not at all.
For Kawka and Walczak. And Oshiro on the flip side too, Chad, right there. Just handles the Walczak drive and counters it nicely instead of just blocking it. These side outs are coming very quick for Oshiro and Howells.
Howells able to get that one past Kawka as he puts it into the net at 7-1. What's contributing to these errors that we're seeing from Kawka and Walczak?
Well, it's just the pressure of Oshiro and Howells. And, don't forget the only point on the board. Oh.
That's a better point.
Walczak attacked the ATP right here from Howells.
Third sitting up just a little too much from Howells. But what I was saying, that only point on the board for Walczak and Kawka right now was the foot fault from Will Howells.
It was a 1-0 lead for Kawka and Walczak. Ooh, just
wide.
Yeah. I like the combo there, though, from Kawka. He's ready for the counter. I like it. You just got to get a bigger margin on that sideline, keep that ball in.
That's a nice inside out.
Yeah, right through the middle.
That's set up by a drop from Kawka right there, changing the pace up. I like it.
Well, it was a heavier roll, and Oshiro's uncoiling from the stack right there.
A missed third there from Walczak. Gives the serve back over to Oshiro and Howells, still leading by 5. Howells had the ATP, but overshot it.
It almost looked like he jammed himself up just enough, right? He couldn't extend right there and tries to flip that from a low paddle position.
Another good drop right there, getting behind Walczak. So wasn't able to open the stance and keep that in front of the body.
Oh, Oshiro ATP, put it right at the feet of Kawka.
All right, that's just a little too much angle there from Walczak. But, yeah, right at the ankles of Kawka from Bobbi Oshiro.
Again? Yes, she did.
Back to back.
Wow. Oshiro just looking for it. Again, it's that heavy roll from Walczak. She's just keeping it a little too tight.
Just wide.
Oh, just wide. So instead it's back over on serve. Yep.
Yeah, and that's a good spot there from Walczak. Wide serve. Howells was having to scramble to uncoil. She catches him while he's still moving.
Oh,
Kawka trying to step in, and you can see the visible frustration.
yeah, it's a great drop from Walczak from behind the baseline right there, and Kawka crashes nicely. But again, off the tape, missed opportunity. Yeah, batter spots right there from Walczak. Aiming that roll to the tee where the kitchen line and sideline meet instead of keeping it tight to the net, allowing Oshiro to go ATP.
Yeah, good leave.
Good leave. And all of a sudden, Walczak and Kawka have trimmed the deficit to 4.
Yeah, get a timeout here from Oshiro, and Howells is trying to slow this momentum. But the difficulty and the troubles come here with Oshiro and Howells being in the stack and uncoiling.
Why?
They're just not able to get an aggressive enough return to try and really push Walczak and Kawka back behind the baseline.
I like to see him just stay for one. Don't uncoil. Just stay here. Keep Oshiro on the left. Howells on the right. Like just change it up. Give me one time right here where you just stay home and just see what we get here.
Or even if Howells returns it down the line and picks the backhand of Kawka, the dangerous part is if you don't, you give him the inside-out forehand.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Went down the line, picked out the backhand.
What do you know?
So able to side out of the timeout. Howells stepping up, that backhand so strong, and it brings up game point.
Well, the return's just not deep enough from Kawka right there, so he's already in a dangerous position.
Good start and strong finish for the top pair on the mixed double side. Bobbi Oshiro and Will Howells taking Game number 1, 11-5, one game away from a semifinal.
Introducing Persona IQ, the smart knee. Address your knee pain with a replacement that contains sensors which capture helpful information such as your range of motion, stride length, walking speed, and step count to ensure your new knee is performing at its best. It keeps you connected to your healthcare team so you can receive important reminders and personalized recovery guidance. It's not a GPS. It doesn't collect where you've been or where you're going. Persona IQ, a smarter way to regain mobility.
Looking for ways to keep active and mobile? Try Penetrex. Penetrex is different than other products with no greasiness, irritation, or unpleasant odors. Made with unique ingredients, it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Penetrex, the #1 online rated joint and muscle cream.
A reminder to check out pickleballsuperstore.com to get your instant discount. Game number 1 of our first mixed doubles quarterfinal, going to the top seed Will Howells, Bobbi Oshiro, 11-5.
Again.
Another ATP for Oshiro. What's she seeing that's allowing her to execute?
Walczak's keeping the ball a little too tight to the net, and she's rolling it tight to the net instead of rolling it a little deeper. And she's giving Oshiro that angle every single time. Oshiro's reading it early, too, which is a good thing. She's seeing the roll, and then as soon as she notices angle and spot, she knows that if she's rolled that, she's going to be able to go ATP.
That time Oshiro coming up a little short on the cross-court dink.
Well, Oshiro just stood up right there at contact. Caught the top of the ball, rolled it into the net. Oh, Kawka not fooled by that inside out right there. Short and quick, watch the hands just open up, slaps it back into the body of Oshiro. Puts him at 1-1. No. Come on.
Inside out, just inside the line from Oshiro.
Corner pocket, Bobbi Oshiro. Great spot. Dorian, you called it. Inside out.
So it's 2-1-2 now. Yeah.
Yes.
It's 2-1-2.
Just a little wide. Nice little run here for Kawka and Walczak.
Missed third there from Kawka.
Oh, it's a better return there from Howells as well. It stays low. Kawka a little delayed in coming back over. Catches that backhand roll late.
A little chaotic right there off
Hit the net a couple more times.
Yeah, right. The ATP off the, or the Ernie off the net, throws everything just a little off.
That's what Kawka has to do right there. Step over, get big in the middle, protect Walczak as she's coming from the uncoil.
Another ATP for Oshiro.
First ball from Walczak, good. And then she goes wider and wider. And then because there's so much power, it's an aggressive dink more from Walczak, Oshiro can just let it develop and come outside the net post.
So the dinks need to be deader? More dead?
Well, don't need to be as aggressive, or if they are, go more into the body in between the feet of Oshiro.
She's just pulling her way too wide on everything. She's going outside of the outside foot. And as soon as Oshiro sees it in the air there, she's just stepping outside and taking it.
Howells outstretched backhand flick for the point. It's 5-3.
Yeah, Oshiro and Howells is doing too good of a job keeping Walczak and Kawka off balance.
I mean, let's talk. A minute and a half ago, it was a 3-1 Walczak-Kawka lead.
Yeah.
Now it's 5-3 in favor of Oshiro and Howells.
Timeout on the court as Oshiro and Howells have flipped the script here in game number 2 to take a 2-point lead. And we keep talking about the ATP for Oshiro, but that has really been kind of one of the things that's developed and continued without any adjustment on the part of Walczak and Kawka. If Walczak is going to continue to hit those aggressive dinks, how does Kawka then need to adjust to play better defense, or can he?
No, he can't. He can't really. I mean, drop back and try to play defense. But in reality, Walczak needs to go behind Howells, then find left foot of Oshiro, and then can go wider. It's the fact that she's going wider and hasn't really drawn Oshiro to the middle of the court. It can allow Oshiro to just sit there and wait.
Walczak and Kawka able to get back on serve.
Good spot there from Howells again. Walczak fully extended backside.
Kawka getting a little help off the top of the tape.
I'll take it. Stop that 4-point run from Oshiro and Howells.
Yeah, too good there from Howells. I mean, Walczak trying to catch Howells in the uncoil, but he just comes over. He's aggressive again with that backhand.
That's it, Chad, right there. So what's Walczak do? Walczak goes almost a little bait ball in the middle right there to the inside foot of Oshiro. And then now Kawka's able to get involved.
That time, Walczak coming up just a bit short. Missed third there from Oshiro, so still just a 2-point lead.
Well, a good deep return. Oshiro's trying to hit that drop with the weight all on the back foot there. Doesn't get the extension.
That was an aggressive forehand roll from Oshiro. But a great job from Walczak to reset that next ball, and then Howells goes off the tape on an aggressive backhand roll.
Keeps Walczak and Kawka within striking distance, just trailing by 1 here in game number 2. Oh, and then just standing up through that is Howells at 6 apiece.
Well, Howells on the backhand was a little quick with the wrist. On the forehand there, a little quick with the wrist. Doesn't really extend or keep that ball on the paddle long enough to get the shape he needs.
Oh, wow.
Started by Oshiro and finished by Howells.
But it's also the defense of Howells and Oshiro right there. Kawka and Walczak had control of that point. Kawka got big in the middle, and then it was a reset from Oshiro. They got him back into it, and then they were able to switch the ball movement.
Oh. Again, that's three.
What is Howells doing?
He's getting to the ball, and then it's a quick wrist flick. You need to go through the ball just a little bit to give it the shape up and over the net. He's going quick with the wrist, coming across the body with it.
A little too much wrist right now, and not enough finish.
Yeah, it's got the spin on it, but the spin is just pushing it straight down into the net.
Yeah, backheeled right there from Walczak as she's fading away from that roll.
And a good run by Kawka and Walczak to get back in front. Oh, how did he pick that up?
Spin.
Yeah. One, he picks it up, and then two, he had so much spin on it, almost moved away from Walczak. Oh, no.
A missed return there at an inopportune time. It's 8-6, or 8-7, rather.
Not coming back.
No.
Not at all.
And that's a good job there from Walczak. Aggressive on this fourth, creates the pop-up, and then, yeah, you're not going to get too many overheads back from PK. Again.
Another aggressive movement there from Walczak to get back on serve.
And it's good talk, too, from Walczak right there, because Kafka's wound up ready to hit that.
Tried to take it down the line with the drive and just clipped the tape.
Oh, she had it too. Howells was still hugging the middle a little bit.
And then a missed third there from Walczak, so a wasted service side.
Well, that's just being too quick with the motion there from Walczak again. Similar to what we saw with Howells with those missed
compounding the issue with a missed return.
Missed rolls. Walczak comes too quickly across the body.
Good backhand flick there from Kawka.
It's just a slap flick backhand there from Kawka. It's so strong.
It's the load. The hand lays back, strong in the forearm, and just accelerates through.
A little ambitious right there from Kawka as he's shaking his head too, going, it's probably not the right shot at that moment.
Well,
tried to flick it from the shoe tops.
Yeah, one step to the middle.
Into the net, and Oshiro and Howells take it in straights. They win it 11-5, 11-7. They are back into the semifinals. We'll have more mixed doubles quarterfinal action ahead here at the APP Vlasic Classic, Cincinnati.